Ginamit ko dito sa Noble Life na binigay sa akin. Ang una, itong cleanse. Ito, ang sabi ng dog, 2 times a week ko tinig ito. Ito po yung mga ginamit ko dito sa Noble Life na binigay sa akin. Ang una, itong cleanse. Ito, ang sabi ng dog, 2 times a week ko tinig ito.
The cleanse itself as a soluble in insoluble fiber. If you do some cleansing, you buy it in the drugstore, it's only laxative. You're able to remove your bowel normally, but you're not able to cleanse your blood impurities. That's why we have a product that is so unique and clinically proven and studied because it has a soluble and insoluble fiber as well as it brings your pH level into alkalinity. They are worried because if you take the product, you will have ankylosis or alkaline. So do not worry because 80% of what we eat nowadays is more acidified and 20% only what we eat is only alkaline foods. As we age, so mahina na metabolismo mo, wala ka na siguro ng ehersisyo, so you're suffering from stress or prolonging the stress, leading for oxidative stress. So better for you, you cleanse as well. Because lifestyle kasi ng tao na, so wala nang, especially nowadays po, sa bahay ka lang. So whatever you grab this food, so maraming preservative, junk food, so maraming mga siguro chemicals with that product or instant food, so it's bad for you. You know what? The colon has no property of metabolism. It's only a septic tank. It's your storage bank. So you have to clean it with the broom. That's why while taking the cleansing, it has insoluble, insoluble fiber. So it cleans your colon in abnormalities as well, in leaving the environmental factors that your organs functions normally, as well as the secondary effect. You're able to eliminate the toxins in the heavy metals that stays in your blood. That's why as long as you live, as long as you eat, you have to cleanse.
Ayan. Hello, good evening everyone. Okay. We're online live po in Facebook. Okay, good evening po sa lahat ng ating mga viewers and sa ating CEO, Ma'am Lila Makapenlak. Okay po. Okay po, tawagin ko na po ang ating doctor for the day, for tonight, Dr. Allan Librando.
Hi. Hello.
Good
Good
evening,
evening.
Doc.
Good evening. Good evening, everyone. Good evening, Singapore. Kasama na sila si Ma'am Lila at si Sir Don.
Ayan.
Good morning, Manila. Kasama ka na. Asan si Nancy?
Bulos sila ngayon, Doc. Nasa event po sila.
Kasama yung good evening naman yung iba na umabot ba tayo sa
Pero nanonood pa rin.
Nanonood sila lahat.
Yes po, yes.
International.
Oh.
International na lang. Kasi hindi ko alam kung saan tayo nakarating.
Okay, Doc. Start na po ako sa first question po.
Yeah.
Ang topic ko natin is Understanding PPARs. Okay po. First question po, how does PPARs help to a patient with Alzheimer's disease? From Manuel Haramir, 71 years old, Cebu. From Cebu, Doc.
Okay. Actually, it is not only PPARs that help. It should be cleansed as well as crypto, because PPARs, it has a limited capability. That is, it is a pure DNA. It stimulates the production of new cells, and it has they have 3 ligands: alpha, beta, and gamma. And then they have these ligands have affinities, affinity for the liver, for the kidney. Then there's an affinity for the brain, for the fats, and all the other important organs in the body. So, kung isipin natin, talk about how does PPAR help the patient with Alzheimer's disease? The only thing that I can say here is PPAR will help you regenerate new cells in the brain in a way that mag-improve ang connection between 2 severe connectivity. Kasi ang nangyari sa Alzheimer's, may parts of the brain na nagiging parang nalusaw ba? Parang gelatin. So, serotonin and the fibers that communicate through will be cut off. You know? So, parang kumbaga sa kuryente, sa electric wire, natanggalan yung balot, yung skin. So, kung matanggal yung balot niyan, nagkakaroon na yan ng grounding. So, kung nag-ground siya, hindi makalusot ang mga signals. So, mangyari doon, barado. So, ayun ang mangyari sa Alzheimer's, because actually, ang Alzheimer's is caused by death of brain cells. Now, PPAR and crypto stimulates the production of new cells in the body. It's not only brain, other muscle cells or whatever. It stimulates the brain cells as well. So all cells in the body are being stimulated. And just mind you, if you look at the physiology and the science of the crypto and PPAR, in chlorella sorokiniana, it has a very thin cell wall membrane, and thereby it can be easily digested by the body, and then the body can easily absorb all the nutrients that is found inside that tiny cell, and then it is the one that will stimulate the human body cells to regenerate the way it is regenerating itself. So normally we regenerate 4 to 10 cells, no, one cell every 4 to 10 days, even up to 6 months. Talking about 6 months, mga bones na yun, no? Pero 4 to 10 days, isang cell sa normal regeneration sa body. Samantalang magbigay ka ng kuhan, bigyan mo siya ng um, PPAR, then you are helping that patient to have a faster regeneration of all dead cells in the body, including the brain cells. And I have seen that one in my patients na parang natulala sila, parang actually they were in the ICU, they were comatose. But I give them an overdose of PPAR. What do you mean by overdose? Kasi kukunti lang yung yung scoop niya, no? Maliliit lang yan. Siguro it's only weighing something like less than 1 gram, maybe 0.5 grams yan. Pero binigyan ko siya isang kutsarita talaga. Nilagay ko sa tube, yung NGT. And then, that person who has been, who had a stroke, which is a very good candidate for Alzheimer's if remains untreated. She was comatose that time. And then, after giving that through the nasogastric tube, 2 hours after, gumising yan. Gumising yan. So, even the neurosurgeon was so amazed. Tanong siya, ano bang ginawa mo dito? Sabi ko, wala, tinitingnan ko lang. Tinitingnan ko lang. Sabi niya, no.
Yung pala nag-PPARs na siya, no?
Binigyan ko siya ng PPARs. Binigyan ko ng PPARs. Simply, if I tell him the truth about meddling with his patient in the ICU, I will be in trouble too. But I wanted to have the patient,
Yes po.
So what I did is, without them knowing it, even the nurses never knew about it. I just injected because I am the primary doctor. I was the one who referred that patient to that neurosurgeon in the
Yes
first
po.
place. So I have the right to do something for the patient. Nevertheless, since hands off kami kasi nasa ICU na siya, but I felt I have to do something. So when I saw the need, I just give it without second thoughts. And then immediately the next 2 hours after, tinawagan ng
decision, Doc.
ng nurse, ng doktor. Dok, nakagising na yung pasyente mo. Sabi niya, ano? Ano nangyari dyan? Kasi kinausap ni Dr. Librando na dito nandito na. So, yun. That's it.
Okay po. For second question po, Doc, what is the role of PPARs in a body?
The role of PPAR in our body.
Apo.
It helps, as I said, it helps the body regenerate normal cells. That's why if you are tired, I have experienced myself, every time I travel, I never travel without that PPAR or even crypto. Kung wala akong PPAR, yung crypto na lang. So, I take doses of crypto, maybe 30 tablets or 45 tablets. Parang nakakape ako ng 3 double espresso. So awake, no? And I don't feel tired. Especially kung long haul flights, yung pupunta ko sa Amerika, ganun, I don't feel tired. I just wake up. I just wake and, watch itong mga Netflix, all the way hanggang darating ako sa Amerika. So, I don't feel tired actually. Of course, ang katawan natin, manghihingi ng pambayad. Pagdating ko sa Amerika, then I have to rest. Ano lang. So that's the role of PPAR in the body. Help our body regenerate new cells.
Talaga naman. Doc, meron tayong mga viewers from Singapore. Batiin lang po natin si Miss Vivian and Miss Christina Dulay from Singapore.
Hello, Singapore. Meron akong pasyente galing diyan, ha.
Talaga, Doc?
Gangrenous foot. puputulin na siya ng doktor niya sa Singapore.
Opo.
Pagdating niya sa Manila, putulin din. Pagdating niya sa Cebu, binalik ko yung paa niya. Hindi natuloy. So, umuwi siya sa Singapore, buo pa, dalawa pa yung paa niya.
Galing.
Kasi tinulungan siya sa PPAR at saka sa crypto.
PPARs. Galing talaga ng ating PPARs. Okay po. For question number 3 po. Sino po ang pwedeng uminom ng PPARs Plus? From Miss Princess Joanna Iringo, 24 years old, from Fairview, Quezon City.
Actually, when you talk about PPAR, it is indicated, all studies are point to its use among elderlies, among adults, just like you and me. So, kasi we are the ones who need it, no? Who need something to regenerate quick our body cells. Sabi nila, how about kids? Sabi ko, you just give them crypto. They don't really need that PPAR. For the kids, they don't really need the PPAR. But if you give them, yeah, you can give them once in a while, but not so all the time, because sayang lang eh. You better give them crypto because it is the growth factor. It contains growth factor as well. Kaya tatangkad na yung bata nyo. So, yun ang inihalo. Alam mo, yung CGF, yung nihalo nila sa yung ibang mga brand yan, ng mga vitamins, nagyayabang nila, it contains CGF, chlorella growth factor. Actually, that is chlorella sorokiniana. It contains PPAR already. So the amount of PPAR in that chlorella is enough for the kids, for small children, or even young children to take it so that it will promote their epiphyseal joints, that is in the bones, sa tuhod, dito sa may biwang natin, saka dito sa sa shoulder natin, at saka yung sa elbow natin, para tutubo yung buto, tatangkad sila. So,
May follow-up question lang ako doon, Dok. Kung pwede po siya sa kids, may certain edad po ba na pwedeng uminom lang ng PPARs po natin?
well, sa sa experience ko sa palibot-libot ng araw nang nagkaroon pa ako ng speaking engagement dyan sa Double Life. Yung mga tao doon sa Cambodia, binibigyan nila sa yung sabi niya, kaya pala matangkad itong mga anak namin kasi batang-bata pa ito, mong maliit pa. Tingnan mo doon, tingnan mo, ang tagad, mas matangkad pa sa akin. And they are only 9 years old.
9 years old.
Tingnan mo na. Because they started it very young.
Very young.
Crypto na yun, ha? Crypto contains already natural PPAR.
Yes po. Okay po. I go with the question number po, Doc. Paano po makakatulong ang PPARs sa isang cancer patient na nagra-radiation at nagki-chemotherapy na po?
Well,
From Marivic Mongaya, 22 years old, from Cainta, Rizal.
well, ang PPAR, when it comes to cancer, actually, PPAR has been used for research among cancer patients, and they found it very positive. Meaning to say, tinutulungan talaga niya in the sense that it can give faster regeneration of the body. So hindi sila after radiation, after chemotherapy, hindi sila nanghihina. The same thing as my own patients. After, sinasabi ko, okay, pag hindi ko na sila pinipigilan sa chemo nila, you can go on with the chemo. You can go on with the radiation. But then, you take this medicine, this supplement. Take it all the time. 15 tablets every day. So wala na. They are not even admitted in the hospital after taking the crypto and the PPAR. Hindi na sila nanghihina, hindi na sila na para bang nawalok, na knockout. Wala.
Unlike dun sa mga talagang nagda-dialysis, di ba, Doc? Parang, although nagda-dialysis na sila, parang nanghihina pa rin sila, no, Doc?
Oh, pero kung nag-radiation ka,
Saka ang
nag-chemo
laki
ka,
ng binagsak ng
wala
katawan mo,
kang
di
ano,
ba?
wala kang parang naramdaman mo, walang nangyari sa sarili mo. I mean, there is
Mm.
no harm done. Rather, you feel so strong and you
Mm.
feel like you can do all the work for that day without any problem. Next.
Okay po. Question number 5 po. If okay, I'll take PPARs. May stage 4 pancreas cancer. Eldefonso Sardina, 47 years old, from Veterans QC.
Okay. You have to remember,
Mhm.
you should know, and everybody should know that cancer of pancreas is a very deadly state of medical
Mhm.
condition. Kasi malalaman lang ang cancer sa pancreas, very late stage na. Very late stage. Kasi
Mhm.
nakuha nyo, nakatago yun sa likod ng bituka natin. Nakatago yun. So, hindi may
Mhm.
kikita yan unless nagkaroon ng manifestation. Masakit ang tiyan, susuka, ganun. Tapos, nang mag-X-ray, wala makita. Pero pag mag-CT scan o MRI, parang may bukol. And they will do another
Mhm.
MRI, then that's the thing that they will zero in into that area, makikita nila meron ng pancreas. So, ano ang mangyari sa akin if I take PPAR stage 4 pancreatic cancer? Well, you have to accept your fate. You have to accept your fate. But one thing lang is, if you take the PPAR, it will give you a better quality of life. I will
Mhm.
not say it will make you well. No, I will be a big liar. But rather, it will give you a better quality of life. Even say, ang pananakit ng tiyan medyo mabawasan because there will be no more growing big of your pancreatic cells na nag-mutate into giant cells. Bakit? Because ang effect ng crypto at saka PPAR, it will cause the stopping of formation of new blood vessels that will feed that cancer cell to make it bigger and bigger and bigger. So habang lumalaki yan, sumasakit. Pag hindi na
Mhm.
siya lumalaki, wala na siya nakakain, hindi siya sasakit.
Okay
Now,
po.
what you should do with pancreas, even chemotherapy cannot help. I'm sorry to
Mhm.
say it. I have to be very frank about it. Chemotherapy cannot help. Only God knows how to do it. Hmm? Okay.
Okay po. Greet lang po ako ng mga ating viewers. Good evening po, Ma'am Nida, sa lahat po ng viewers natin from headquarters. Good evening po sa inyong lahat. Okay po. Okay po. I'll go with next question po. Number 7. How can PPARs be different from stem cells? From Allan Noche, 47 years old, Taguig.
Stem cell,
Yes po.
PPAR. Different yun. Sa spelling lang, different na. Di ba? Pero actually, stem cell, ibig sabihin, ugat ng kung saan nag-umpisa yung cell natin. Ang BIPAR is not. It's not ugat, or it will only help. It will help regenerate new cells.
Mhm.
So that is dalawang pagkaibahan yan. Ngayon, ang effect nun, stem cell will cause cells to grow normal cell. Right? So, ang ginagawa namin sa stem cell, I'm talking about the local autologous stem cell. Huh? I'm not talking about animal stem cell or whatever. So we have to harvest the stem cell from our body and then inject it. After processing it, several sessions, ibalik yun sa katawan natin through a blood
Mhm.
yung vehicle. So kukuha naman tayo ng serum sa plasma natin, doon natin ilagay yung stem cell. Tapos ibalik natin, i-insert natin sa pasyente para papasok doon sa ugat niya. Then the only thing with that beautiful thing with stem cell is it will have a propensity to look any particular damaged organ and then doon siya magdidikit, doon siya mag-latch. Halimbawa, sa pancreas, mag-latch siya doon, tapos it will stimulate the growth of all the cells of the pancreas, the cells of Langerhans, which produces insulin, which produces glucagon, and all these enzymatic enzymes that we need for digestion is found there. Iyan ang gagayahin ng stem cell. PPAR cannot do that one. Ang role ng PPAR is, kung binibigyan siya ng stem cell, tapos binibigyan mo siya ng PPAR, the PPAR will help the stem cell regenerate the cell quickly and faster. So parang nagtrabaho sila in a synchronous way. So nagtulong-tulungan sila. Tinutulungan ng PPAR ang stem cell. Kasi PPAR is an outsider. It is an outsider. Although we have PPAR in our body, our own PPAR these are all coming from the blood cells itself, but it needs to contain something that will trigger it to come out. So we have this messenger PPARs, we call it the agonist, the mRNAs, and then we have the receptor PPARs too. Okay? So, yun ang pinagstudihan ngayon, ang the various rules of this PPAR in our body para ma-understand ng mga scientists ano ang tunay na yung rule niya so that they can, create something to help the illness of the person. Kaya nangyari yun, yung mga PPAR agonist na ginagawa nila ngayon, inimbento nila, it is derived from the cells, the molecules of the natural PPAR. Ang downside lang doon is it can cause also cancer in certain cases. So, because it's not the PPAR that is causing the cancer, the cancer is caused by the malleable metal that they are using to bind the PPAR para makagawa sila ng patented medicine. I was asked by a doctor regarding this matter. One time when I was talking to a set of audience of doctors somewhere in Luzon, some years back, sabi niya, Doc, are you aware that pioglitazone and all these PPARs now are regulated because they can cause cancer? I said, yes, I do. But do you know what? Have you seen any studies that the PPAR in our crypto has caused cancer? There's none. But you can see a lot of studies using PPAR from the PPAR agonist that pharmaceutical companies invented. It is because in the natural setting, we have no sulfur molecule. Whereas in the synthesized PPAR, they contain a lot of sulfur molecules. And these sulfur molecules are the ones that causes cancer, not the PPAR itself. Pero hindi nila maiwasan paggamit noon because they have nothing to bind the PPAR that they have invented into something that will make a new medicine where they can patent it. They can claim sole authority for the name, so they can make a lot of money. Because they don't make a lot of money with this natural PPAR. No, they cannot. Huh?
Kaya
Okay.
Ayun, Doc. Meron pong gusto bumabati po sa inyo, Doc. Hello daw po from Angel Bloomer po. Kapapasok
Okay,
lang
hello.
po na live.
How are you?
Yung mga bagong pasok din po sa live natin, good evening po sa inyong lahat. Enjoy lang po ang ating chat with doctors. Pagka may mga question po, i-chat nyo lang po at sasagutin po ni Doc yan. Okay po. Next question po. How do PPAR gamma agonists help sa managing diabetes? From Cecil Inis, 58 years old from Quezon City.
I think I have, it is a PPAR gamma that I have answered that one already some time ago, a few minutes, a few seconds ago. It helps it helps regenerate the pancreatic cells of Langerhans. of the pancreas to produce these 9 cells that produces the insulin in order to regulate your your blood sugar. So, with the aid of PPAR, it lessens the burden of the cell to produce insulin because the PPAR is already there to help them produce more cells para makagawa naman sila ng insulin. Right?
Yes.
So, that is how it helps diabetes. That is even how it helps among cancer patients. That is how it helps even during hypertension cases. So it is the PPAR that help the blood vessels to, produce good blinding cells in the epithelium of the blood vessel para mawala na, malesen na, maminusan ang yung pagdikit ng mga cholesterol plaques. Kaya bababa na ang rate natin ng hypertension. Yan. Okay? So that's how it is. All right, next.
Okay po. Thank you, Doc, sa mga information na yung nabibigay niyo po sa amin. Sobrang well-informative po. For next question po, what is the mechanism of action of fibrates as PPAR alpha agonist? From Lindas Baldevar, 59 years old, from Commonwealth.
The mechanism of action, if I'm going to talk about the mechanism of action of PPAR agonist in phenofibrates in what's this? The action of fibrates as PPAR alpha agonist. Do you think you can understand the jargon, the scientific jargon that I'm going to use? Because I have a ready slide for that. But let us put it this way na lang. To make it simple, yung PPAR agonist, siya ang pagpasok niyan sa yung sa katawan natin. We have all these things in the natural setting. We talk about natural setting. But if you talk about PPAR agonist, you are talking about the synthesized PPAR already. So how does it affect? Okay. What we'll do is it will somehow in what cases it is, may action as PPAR alpha agonist. Kasi ang PPAR alpha agonist, ginagamit nila yon sa sa mga nag-exercise. Okay? To lose weight. Okay? They use it also for hypertension. Okay? They use it also for even diabetes. Okay, obesity. So what they do? I think nasagot ko na yon. It will go and help this blood vessel wall to produce more healthy cells para magiging makinis naman yung blood vessel. Kasi nasira na yon. Kung nasira na yung blood vessel wall, nagkakaroon ng maraming gasgas. Doon didikit ang calcium. Pag dikit ang calcium, ma-attracted nila ang yung cholesterol na sa bloodstream, yung mga mantika. Lagyan natin ng ganun. So, pag dikit na doon, mantika, nakadikit na doon. It will create a very thick, thick area around the wall of that area, thereby causing increase in the blood pressure because lumiliit ang lumen yung daanan. Ngayon, kung nandoon ang PPAR agonist, gagawa siya ng magandang paraan na magkaroon ng regeneration of the cell walls, lining epithelium to make it smooth again, para bang pinapalitadahan niya ng bagong semento para walang didikit na mga dumi. Pag wala nang dumidikit na dumi, bawasan na ang blood pressure kasi matanggal ang yung cholesterol na nakadikit doon, iihi mo na yan. Lalabas at lalabas na yan. Paglabas na yan, bumaba na ang blood pressure mo. That's how it is. Okay? So that is the layman's my layman's explanation on how PPAR agonist affects your system. Especially in the action of fibrates mechanism. That's why ginagamit nila yon sa mga bodybuilders, mga naglo-lose weights, sa mga diabetics. But one thing lang, we have to be very careful with this PPAR agonist na synthesize. Yung Yung chemically made, ha? Not the natural one. Hindi kagaya yung PPAR natin, natural yun eh. So, one thing lang is that if there's a warning for these fibrates, you have to check on the bladder because it can cause, if you are prone to developing cancer of the bladder, you will develop cancer of the bladder. Kaya
Okay.
yan ang inaingatan. It is regulated. It is not indicated. Not so many doctors use that one actually.
Okay.
But one thing lang, we have nothing to fear if you are using our own PPAR because our own PPAR is made from natural chlorella sorokiliana using a double heat process, double steam process to remove the skin. And after removing the skin, tinanggal na niya yung mitochondria daw, nandoon ang PPAR. Yung makuha mo, kaya nga mahal ang PPAR compared to crypto because they have to use a double steam process with a very high temperature to break that mitochondria, to remove it and then take it as whole and then pack it as PPAR. That is the reason why isang malaking bakat na kuan, crypto, raw crypto, minerals, na gagawin natin tableta, ang resulta nun is if you convert it into PPAR, you can only get 1 jar out of that very big basket of crypto. You can only get 1 small jar of PPAR. That is the reason why mahal ang PPAR. Kasi ang processing doon napaka matindi. It needs a very high temperature to remove and break that thing, or else kung nasubra naman ang temperature, basag lahat. Kung kulang din, wala kang makuha. Kaya just enough katamtaman ng temperature na mataas din, matindi din, para may maiwan na pulbo. Ang naiwan na pulbo doon is yung mitochondria ng crypto itself, yung heart of the crypto, which is the pure DNA. Tapos ano mangyari doon sa nakuan na matanggal yung balat, ganun. Ginagawa nilang wine, ginagawa nilang facial cream, moisturizers, ginagawa ng sabon, ginagawa nilang gamot. At sinama doon sa cleanse natin. Kaya iba ang kuan natin, ang dating ng cleanse natin is not only soluble and insoluble fibers. It contains something that will heal. It contains something that will cure illness as well as removing not only removing poop and whatever dumi yan. It affects healing. It can even heal it can help in the early stage. It can help colorectal cancer.
Okay, Doc. Meron lang pong question galing po sa viewers. Can it be taken on an empty stomach?
Siyempre naman, mas maganda. Madaling ma-absorb. Madali yun. Tanongin mo si Ma'am Lila kung papayag ba siya ng empty stomach.
Stomach. Okay, Doc. For the next question po, how are PPAR being reached for a cancer treatment? Lourdes de Lumen, 65-year-olds from
Yeah,
Parang
parang redundant question na yun eh. We have answered those things already. Yung sa how the PPAR act on cancer. It will help the regeneration of new cells. Yung patay na, yung giant cells na yan, we have this, normally in our system, we call it, yung bang automatic destruction or apoptosis. So, mangyari yan, kung meron kang cancer, ang kuhan mo doon, ang nangyari sa katawan mo is, you lose that switch that will turn off your cells into dead cells already. So, instead, nagkakaroon ka ng giant cell. Now, with that giant cell itself, that is already cancer. Now, kung binigyan mo siya ng PPAR, binigyan mo siya ng crypto, meron siyang cancer, you can greatly improve the quality of life of that patient. Now, it depends on the stage of the cancer. If it is given early on, there's a good likelihood na gagaling at gagaling ang pasyente sa cancer. Pero if you are giving it on the late stage, nagkaroon na siya ng alibyo. There's an improvement. Ang improvement doon is there will be no more lessening of the pain kasi hindi na siya tumutubo and better quality of life. Can enjoy na siya sa buhay niya, makakain na siya, makapamasyal na siya, and he can have the energy that she lost all the while that she is sick with the cancer. Kasi kasama na yung depression niyan. Pag nakatayo ka, hindi ka na makadepress. Kung nakalagad ka, nakamuling ka, wala nang depression.
Yes.
Yun ang kuha. Yun ang advantage doon. Okay.
Okay po. Doc, for the next question, how do PPAR affect the fatty acid storage and mobilization? From Prudencia Nacional, 70 years old, from Bulacan.
Ang fatty acids yun, that is the fats actually. Okay, so if you have PPAR, you will be full of energy. So gusto mo nang tumakbo, gusto mo nang mag-jogging. Mean to say, you can be very active. So with that activity, you'll be burning calories. And if you're burning calories, you will lose those fatty acids that you have system. Kasi kung mataas ang fatty acids mo, pati pawis mo, maasim.
Masin.
Yeah, totoo yun. Pati pawis mo, maasim. Pero kung alkaline na yung katawan mo dahil inom ka ng maraming tubig, nag-take ka ng cleanse, tapos nag-take ka ng crypto or PPAR, then you will lose all those things and medyo mabango na ang katawan mo. Ang amoy mo mabango na.
Yes.
Because your body is already producing desirable hormones that you yourself can inhale. So you will have that feeling good hormone in your system that you yourself can enjoy your own smell. So, yun ang maganda. Minsan sabi, ang amoy bantot ko naman. Pero pag you try it, magkuhan ka, cleanse ka dyan. Tapos you take your PPAR. Tingnan mo yung pawis mo. Parang ano, sabi na, ano yun? Amoy pakuraban. Pawis ko lang yan. So, para bang naglagay ka ng perfume sa katawan. Kasi hindi nangangamoy ang katawan mo.
Opo. Meron po tayong isa pang question po from the viewers. Doc, if you miss a dose, can you double the dose for the next day?
Well, nasa iyo yan. It's not mandatory that you can double it because it is not a maintenance medicine. It is a supplement. Pero para sa akin, I always take it the way I wanted it. If I want to take it five tablets only a day, so I will program my mind, 5 tablets lang talaga for 1 week or 2 weeks, or 3 weeks, or 1 month. Then, so, mahina katawan ko, kulang yung 5 tablets, gagawin kong 10 tablets. O minsan, magbiyahin ako, I have to make it 15 tablets per take. Ayan. So, it depends sa iyo. It's a supplement.
Okay po. For the next question, Doc, can PPAR agonists be used in weight management therapies? Leonida Alman, 63 years old, from Anonas.
Yes. If you take, no, you cannot take only PPAR. You have to take crypto. Now, you have to take crypto and PPAR before meals and with lots of water. At least 30 minutes before meals, you take it and then with lots of water. Ang mangyari doon is, mapuno na yung tiyan mo dyan sa kuwan. Kasi lulubo na yun yung crypto. It will absorb the water. Even the PPAR will absorb the water. The gelatin capsule or the cellulose, not the gelatin capsule, but the cellulose there will expand. No? So, mangyari doon is, you will have the feeling of fullness. So it will reduce your intake of food. So maganda para sa mga weight management therapies. Pero problema lang is you have to tell the patient, do you really need to do this one yourself? Kasi kung gumagaya-gaya-gaya ka lang, walang mangyari sa weight management mo. You really have to have that mindset na I want to lose weight. That's why I'm taking this. Kung nagkaroon ka ng magandang tamang-tama na mindset, then mangyari doon is it will help that mind will translate into your system and then puputin na
Tama.
lang ang kainin mo. Di ba?
Yes, Doc.
Mm.
Okay po. Meron pa po isang question from the viewer. Does it work when you drank a glass of wine or a beer?
Ang masabi ko lang sa iyo, basing on my personal experience on that, a glass of wine or even a bottle of wine does not make you drunk immediately. With if you take that PPAR. Yun lang ang masabi ko. You cannot become drunk quickly. Kaya huwag ka nang mag-abuso naman. Ha? Huwag mag-abuso. Ay, meron akong kuan. Meron akong tawag nila, anting-anting against drinking. Ha? So, yeah, sige, inom lang ka na. Hindi ako malasing. Kasi personally, yeah, I drink. And I also drink sometimes. First thing that I did is, I drank this wine with pipar in
Opo.
Taiwan.
Mhm.
It was given to us by Dr. Wang Songti. So, pinatipid
Talaga.
sa amin. No? Binigyan kami ng isang bote noon eh. Hindi kami nilalasing. Yung nalasing, nasubrahan na sa pag-inom. Hindi isang bote lang.
Hindi na nararamdaman.
Hindi na naramdaman kasi malasing sila. Kaya natuloy-tuloy, hindi na alam, nalasing na sila. Pero ako, sa kwan ko, ininom ko yan, I never got drunk with that one bottle straight sa akin. Ako lang nag-isang. So, kung ganun, yes, it will. But never overdo everything. Anything.
Yes po. Okay po. For the next question po, what is the relationship between PPAR agonist and insulin sensitivity? Imelda Dionco, 51 years old from Muntinlupa.
Ang ibig sabihin sa insulin sensitivity is matindi na ang diabetes mo. Because, number one, you are not so disciplined then. That is it. So, kain ka lang kasi alam mo, gamot ka, nakainom ka ng gamot, nag-injection ka, so insensitive ka na sa insulin. So, ang PPAR, it will, as I said before a while ago, it will help the pancreatic cells of Langerhans to regenerate. Pero before the onset of this PPAR and the crypto, ang tinuturo sa amin sa medical school is, kung nasira na yung mga pancreatic cells na yon, hindi na siya gagana. Hindi na siya gagana. Wala na regeneration. The same thing as brain cells, pag nasira na yon, hindi na siya mag-regenerate. Pero sa ngayon, mali pala yon. Because if they are given the proper environment to grow, these cells can regrow and regrow and regrow. So, ngayon, kung diabetes, na insensitive ka na sa insulin, so, you need higher doses of insulin. If you take PPAR, it will reduce your dependence to that insulin. Kung ilagay natin, you are injecting 40 units, maya-maya, later on, magkakaroon ka ng hypoglycemia sa 40 units, kung babaan mo na, gawin mo ng 20 units, medyo nag-hypoglycemia pa rin, kunti na lang, babaan mo na ng 10 units. Ayan, maganda. Ibig sabihin, gumaganda na ang pancreatic cells of Langerhans, nag-produce na ng insulin.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay po. There's another question po from the viewer, from Ma'am Nida Ortega. Ask ko lang, Dok, thyroid po pwedeng gumaling sa crypto? Thanks po. God bless.
Thyroid lang? Hindi. Hindi lang. No, 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 no. Thyroid, ito ang sabihin natin ha. Crypto and PPAR, they are not medicine.
Mhm.
These are supplements
Yes po.
complementing our mainstream medicine. Right? So it
Yes.
helps the gamot na binigay ng endocrinologist para sa iyo. It helps. Kagaya ng binigyan ka, instead of giving you vitamins, give you PPAR and crypto. Yan. Mas matindi yon kaysa vitamins na yan. Walang silbi ang vitamins na yan. Totoo, walang silbi. Because ang mga vitamins na yon, minimum daily requirement lang. Minimum. Pag naubos na yung minimum, anong ibig sabihin? Para tamang-tama lang na buhay ka. Ganun. There's not even extra to charge your batteries. Wala. Tama-tama lang na medyo feeling busog ka, ganun. So for me, vitamins totally is not that really relevant. Although, kung wala kang ibang makuhang maganda, you just better take that vitamins too, supplement. So now, kung pagpilian mo ako ng PPAR, crypto, and vitamins, I would rather use crypto and PPAR instead of my vitamins. Because crypto is already complete with the vitamins, elements, all the elements and amino acids is there already. Trace minerals is there already. So, kompleto pa siya sa lahat. Kaysa yung vitamins na B-complex lang yan nakalabas, nakalagay doon.
Okay po. For the last question, Doc, how do PPAR interact with other medication? Richie De La Cruz, 53 years old from Alabang.
Interaction in what way? One, yung pinipigilan niya? No, it does not. Because number one is PPAR is natural. Unless the PPAR agonist na sinasabi na yung ginagawa, yung sensitize, yung bang, yung gawa ng tao. Yan. It can have an effect because it is not the PPAR itself, but it is the carbons and the hydroxyl group of the sulfur that is used to make that phenofibrates and gem fibrocell be effective. Pero dito sa natural setting natin, there is nothing like that. We have
Opo.
only PPAR in its most natural 100% purity form. So wala siyang bawal, wala siyang kontrapartido niyan. Walang nakaharang na kuan mga yung ibang gamot. I always even encourage my patient, you can take all your medications given by your doctors and you take this medication I give you, no problem. And for the past how many years? 28 years that I've been using my practice, and the 15 years that I've been using PPAR, there's no interaction. There's no interaction.
Ayun. Ayun po. Yun na po yung last question natin, Doc. Thank you po ulit sa panibagong information na share nyo sa amin, Doc.
Okay.
And thank you po sa lahat ng mga guests, sa Novel Life guests, sa mga pasyente po natin. And Doc, sa uulitin po ulit.
Okay.
Thank you, Doc.
See you.
Good evening
Good night.
po sa lahat.